Thank you, and hello everybody, and welcome to this presentation of IOTA. I am Adrien Bourdet from ENgie Solution, and I work in the industry agency based in Toulouse, France. Our teams are specialized in IT development in industrial and energy domains. We have developed a product called IOTA, which is the subject of this presentation. I will first introduce what is IOTA and where you can use it in your infrastructure. Next, I will present you a short demo of IOTA interface. Then we will go deeper on technical information of IOTA, and this will lead us to question and answer part. Yes. Okay, so what is IOTA? IOTA is a software solution designed to facilitate the connection of Internet of Things world and IT infrastructure. The four main features of IOTA are administration for asset management, sensor provisioning, maintenance for monitoring sensor health, gateway status, radio signal quality, and data flow status. Adaptability to the target system to ease the deployment or to ease the evolution of your infrastructure. Cybersecurity, this is a major subject in our activities and in our products. IoT is a domain where cybersecurity cannot be occulted, and this is especially true in industry or energy context. LoRa is one of the main technology in IoT world, but a common problem is that there is no standard to code information. The sensors and the LoRa gateway transmit some raw data called payload, and each model of sensor decides which information to code and how to code it into the payload. In classical LoRa infrastructure, the final recipient have to know how to decode information. With IOTA solution, this job is already done by IOTA. Information from the sensors are decoded and are immediately usable. This information are broadcasted to the target system of your infrastructure. And this is done by some configuration. You don't need to do any development. Yes, let's talk about the architecture where IOTA takes place. First is the IoT infrastructure. It's made of multiple IoT sensors communicating on your IoT one through private network or operated network. This could be the infrastructure you already have or you plan to deploy. On the other side is your IT infrastructure. You probably have an office network with ERP solution, MES software, or Storian. Perhaps you have an OT network with SCADA to monitor and control your industrial process. IOTA solution makes the connection between these two worlds. As we saw on the previous slide, IOTA brings monitoring feature on availability and radio quality. It lets you manage assets, sensors, gateway, data naming. And of course, IOTA decodes data and broadcasts it to your existing system. Consider a meteo station that brings multiple information like temperature, humidity, pressure, or battery level. All these information are sent to LoRa gateway by a single message. IOTA knows this model of sensor, so it decodes and extracts this different information. IOTA allows you to name information according to your rules. This information are now ready to be used by any target system. Information are broadcasted in real time to the system you choose, so you can decide to process the data by your existing application. So let's start a little demo. IOTA has a backend to process data, but we'll take a look on the front end. This is a web interface mainly designed for computer screens for maintenance use, but it can also be used with mobile devices. When you log in, the start page is the monitoring dashboard. From this page, you see immediately if your infrastructure is all right, and if there is a problem, you spot it quickly. The first frame indicates the number of active gateways on your total number of gateways, the number of active sensors on your total number of sensors, and a green check or warning icon if there are problems. In this case, there are 3 warnings, and you can read them by moving your mouse over. On this demo, we have a warning on the gateway. The message tells us the name of the gateway and the error. The gateway is unreachable here. We also have 2 warnings on sensors. Once again, we have the name of the sensors and the error. These 2 sensors are not connected to the gateway, and we have the name of the gateway. On the same page, you have a synthetic view of your equipment and their status. On the right frame, we will see all of gateway and their status. Green when it's all right, and red when it is not. Few information are listed to help finding problems like the name or IP address. On the center frame, lists all sensors with their name and model. Few information are listed to help diagnostic like green or red status and the time of the last transmission. If you move your mouse on the red status, you can read error. In this demo, the sensor is not connected to the gateway. The last frame shows the different connection to your infrastructure. In this example, we feed an historian to store data. Once again, some information are given to quickly identify equipment and its status. Here, the historian is unreachable in this demo. And notice that this page shows information in real time. If you take a look on the last date of transmission, you can see these sensors communicate each 5 seconds. In the configuration section, you can manage gateways, sensors, and target on your IT. The same interface is used on these 3 pages. When you choose a category of equipment to manage, you first see the list of existing items. The current status is also showed on this page to help maintenance. Unlike classical user interface, you can view details, edit configuration, or delete items according to your user profile rights. When adding or editing an item, the page helps you to not make mistakes with mandatory information, format checking, and integrated help. You can leave default values or change if you really need. Notice we support MQTTS for more security. The interface is the same for the sensors, like view, edit, delete, add, and the same again for target on your IT. When you configure a target, you have various choices to adapt output to what expects your IT system. In this example, we send value and time to the timestamp to the historian. Our historian expects we send him the data with data keyword or time keyword. So this is what we have configured here, and you can control the result here. Here again, we can use MQTTS for more security. And that's all for the demo. Here is a list of some features of IOTA to keep in mind. Administration of gateways and sensors, this saves time on deployment. Monitoring your infrastructure with alarm, state information, communication status to improve the availability of your IoT network. Broadcasting data with secured OPC UA or MQTT protocol to improve connectivity between your IoT and IT system. It follows the Eurosmart specification to improve compliance to your cybersecurity requirements. And IOTA is highly configurable, so you don't need additional development. This is a web interface. It's a ready-to-use product without additional application installation. The import and export tools can be used for recovery or mass edition. And finally, IOTA comes with a growing repository of sensor plugins to configure and decode data. I thank you for your attention. It's now the time for questions and answers.
Thank you.